Warning. The opinions and advice you are about to hear on the Above My Pay Grade podcast are presented to you by two complete morons. If you follow them and ruin your career, that's on you. Please seek real advice from people you trust. Seriously, don't be an idiot. The Above My Pay Grade podcast starts now.
All right, Jimmy, let's do this again. I'm going to get the name of the show right this time. Welcome, everybody, to the Above My Pay Grade podcast. Oh, I did it. Look at me.
Look at you.
I did it. We're excited to have you here for episode 2. Thanks to everyone who listened to episode 1. The people that subscribed, that was amazing to see those numbers already starting to go up. Some people even reached out to us, Jim, which was pretty cool.
Crazy. I didn't think it would happen. We made it to round 2. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I didn't think we'd ever do this again. So let's start with some of the audience participation. We did get a couple of messages that we want to share. One was from somebody we're going to just call DG, right? And they said they listened to the first podcast. They said it was hilarious and relatable and that they want to talk shit about some bitch at work. And I'm like, that's why we're doing this, honey. That's why we're all here. And then she said, you might think I'm nuts if I started talking real shit about her. Well, you think we're nuts. Well, you're listening to us right now.
It's not a shocker here. Yeah. I mean, we're used to that stuff.
So the other big thing that we did for listener participation was the putting out the call for horrible boss stories. This is going to be ongoing, guys. We want your horrible boss stories, and you could submit them to us. Email us for now at abovemypaygradepodcast@gmail.com, or go to abovemypaygradepodcast.com, and there's a place to submit on there too. So we got our first one of these, Jim. Again, we're going to protect the innocent here.
You have to.
We got to protect names. We're not sharing anyone's personal data. We're protecting you guys so that we can have these stories is so important to us.
That we're actually going to disguise our own voices just so no one can figure out who you are. No, I'm just kidding. It's so stupid.
So this person, LK, we'll call him. We'll call him LK Cool J. I like that. LK Cool J. You cool with that? Yeah.
I'm good with that.
All right, so LK Cool J sent in a story about a horrible boss. She believes that this boss... So it's funny. I thought the first one would be like, oh, this person was so mean. My boss hit me once or whatever. But that's not what we got here. I believe she was a habitual liar. She told us she was Irish, but also grew up on a Native American reservation. Okay, yeah, that's a red flag, right? For sure.
She writes in there, not sure how that is possible, with a question mark.
She also was married, and her husband were very flirty with me, and they always tried to get me drunk to spend the night.
She must have been wearing a pineapple shirt.
Maybe. LK Cool J. You can't wear pineapple shirts when you go to the bars. She told me her name, but when I looked her up, she went by a totally different name. She told me she had her doctorate, but when I looked up her resume, it wasn't listed. That is something you would put on your resume, right?
Yeah, it's a little shit, especially a doctorate. You want to show that off.
This one I love.
Associates, all right, good for you.
I love this one. She told me her eye color was green, but she had colored contacts, and when she blinked, the discs moved in her eyes, and you could see that they were brown. And then to close it all off, she was also a functioning alcoholic, and I'm pretty sure she did coke. I mean, this sounds like a great boss. I'm not sure. I'm confused, LK Cool J.
The last sentence, that's how half the people got through the 80s. I mean, I just,
She's just from a different time. She's just misunderstood, I think.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, though. What is she, like a double agent or something? I know we're all been watching those shows, and I finally did start watching the 90s. Really good show.
See, I told you.
But I, just thinking about that, it's a little weird.
Yeah, that's very strange.
Very strange, The whole thing, listen, getting flirty with the husband and stuff, you see some weird stuff on trips anyway, so I could see that happening.
Yeah, for sure.
The Native American thing is kind of funny. It's a weird mix, but hey, this is America. That's how we roll.
That's it. Also, in our last episode, we spent a lot of time talking about work from home and the government forcing, all the work from home employees back to office and other companies forcing return to office policies. And it's funny, right after that episode, I saw a story about Citi's CEO, Jane Fraser, announcing that they're sticking with hybrid and work from home, Jim. I mean, is it because of our episode? I'm not saying it is. It could be, but I thought this was
Highly doubt it.
interesting because she's specifically saying that they're doing it to attract top talent.
Smart.
Genius.
It is genius.
Yeah.
Think about it. So, all right, I work for a company. Listen, companies are like a dime a dozen right now. Usually people stay with the company, good benefits and stuff like that. They also stay for the friendships, believe it or not. Some people just like the norm. They don't like to make a lot of change in their life. But honestly, if right now, if something is big in your life and you really need to work from home or you really need that flexibility of hybrid and your company's pulling that back, you better believe that those people are jumping on LinkedIn and every other job site they can, and they're going to look to go. And if a company's actually saying, hey, listen, we'll take you, we're gonna do a remote, we're going to be hybrid, they're going to end up winning a lot of top talent.
They're going to get some great people.
It's going to be great.
Look, the reality is there's people that set up their entire lives around work from home now, built an office in their house. They're never going to work again if they, into an office if they can avoid it. So this is a genius move.
And you hit on it on the last episode. You flexed, like we talked about a big thing with flexibility, and you said it was around COVID. And we were there. People set up offices in their house, like you said. Set it up. We were there for the company. We did what we had to do. But now all of a sudden, because there's no pandemic or it's not as bad as it was, we're going to pull it back. All it takes is for another pandemic to come up. On average, we should be getting one any year now. Probably next year something will hit. And then what are they going to do? Oh, well, we know we made you come back in, but now you can work from home again. Then people aren't going to like that.
Well, the other funny thing is I saw another story. I think it was JP Morgan. That's one of the ones we mentioned was forcing people, right? Of course they're forcing people back to work. You should see the building they built in Manhattan, right? It's like 100 floors. It's got, they spent billions of dollars on this building. It's like they have to justify it somehow. What a waste of money. You people are so stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
stupid.
They're rezoning buildings in Manhattan now that were originally commercially zoned to residential because they need the tax dollars to come back into the city. Some of that was driven by that. It wasn't driven at all. Listen, everything is, we've got to have people come back to work. No, the government actually went out to some of the big businesses and were asking the people to come, could you have your people come back because the tax dollars weren't coming in for when everyone goes out to lunch. Or when everyone picks something up, and New York City and New York State in general were not getting the tax dollars, and it's happening all across the country in large cities.
They'll make it up with that congestion pricing. That's really smart. You charge people to drive on a road. I mean, that's just genius. Really smart.
That's not a cash grab if I've ever seen one, but
Above My Pay Grade will be right back.
Amazon.com. Jimmy, Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and nothing says I love you like spending 5 seconds of your life ordering something for your loved one on Amazon. Am I right?
You're right. And then 5 seconds later on at night. 100%, Jeremy. But Amazon has everything you need to make this Valentine's Day unforgettable. Whether you're celebrating your first Valentine's Day or your 50th, Amazon's Valentine's Day shop has the perfect gift to show your love.
Still does. So from elegant jewelry, decadent chocolates, to stunning flowers, unique romantic experiences, Amazon's curated collection is designed to delight. Just go to abovemypaygradepodcast.com/Amazon and you could jump right to the Valentine's Day Top 100 list featuring the most popular and highly rated gifts handpicked by Jimmy to ensure you find something truly special.
And batteries are included. Discover the joy of giving with Amazon. Shop now and make this Valentine's Day one to remember. Visit Amazon's Valentine's Day shop and find the perfect gift for your special someone.
abovemypaygradepodcast.com/Amazon.
Now back to Above My Pay Grade.
Well, we don't want to harp on work from home. We did that last episode, so we don't want to bore people. So where do you want to go with this one, Jim? What's on the agenda today?
I think, let's talk about something that everyone either strives to or they watch the people that try to get there and they laugh at them.
Napping.
That we talked about that last time. But yes, very important in our lives. But climbing the corporate ladder.
Okay.
And I'm guilty. I am guilty. I tried to climb the corporate ladder. Try to do the best I could. Have not made it there yet. And I'm okay with that.
You've made it. You're not out digging ditches somewhere. You've made it.
Could be worse. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. And
Yeah.
you know, the people that done that, that's where I've started. So nothing wrong with that at all. But I think that
You've climbed, you just didn't climb to the very
Yeah.
top. But do you really want to be at the top?
that's a great
You know?
question, because I think at some point in your career, you always think that, oh, I could go higher, I could do better. And then you realize that, you know what I have in front of me, I'm okay. I'm enjoying it now. And really, like, it's changed the way I manage people in general. I get more out of really coaching and being more of a mentor to people and helping them out now than I do if I was up higher. And
Well, that's
think
leadership, man. That's
too much
the main,
politics.
Yeah, I mean, being a coach is one of the main qualities of a good leader. You're supposed to coach people up to be better than you were, right? It's like being a parent. Listen, you've done amazing things in your career. I can tell you, I feel like some of the stuff with me, I don't know that I ever said like, oh, I need to climb the ladder. I definitely said like, I need to make more money, right? But you see those memes or like those videos on TikTok where it's like when you accidentally become important at work and the person's teams is just ringing off the hook. You know, I feel like I kind of went more down that path where it's like I specialized in something and it was like it became important, so therefore I did, and I'm like, okay, that works. But I don't know that I ever like set out to climb the ladder. Like I don't think I did.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it comes naturally. You know, I have a big mouth and sometimes I can't keep it shut. That's helped me in my career. It's also hurt me,
Yeah.
I believe. So it's helped where, you know, if there's a new idea that has to be out there, you bring it up. But it also hurts because sometimes they need you to take a step back and listen to other voices in the room. And I, you know what, listen, it's one of those things you learn as you go. And trust me, we talked about horrible bosses before. I guarantee that there could be a phone call that comes in or something that comes in. I may be that horrible boss. I may be like, wait a minute, I think I know this person. You know, and
Is that Bobby?
yeah, exactly.
He's talking about me.
Yeah. That's not how it happened, Bobby. Don't lie. You know, but there's things like that have happened, and then you know, it's like reflect. You reflect on your career, and you go, wow, you know, I was an asshole.
Yeah,
You know, you can
yeah.
sit there and actually say it, and then realize that, you know what, that was me a while ago. And sometimes the company puts you in that position, or sometimes you think you have
Yes.
to be in that position. And then you realize as you grow and mature and get good in your craft that I don't have to be that way.
Yeah.
And I need to trust my people. And then that's how you become a better boss, not a horrible boss.
Yeah, and then nobody emails a podcast about you.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember one time in my career, I had to let go an entire office full of people. Well, I mean, it wasn't a large office, right? And like, you know, you work closely with people. They feel like you're their friends, and we were. But it's like when your boss tells you, don't say anything, this is what's going to happen. You can't go and tell people. Right?
Yeah.
So people were so mad at me, they never talked to me again because I didn't give them a heads up. And I'm like, I was told not to say anything. So, you know, obviously I did my part. I did not say anything. So if you want to hate me for that, so maybe I'll get an email about that one.
You know,
Shut up, Tammy.
listen, it's
Sucked anyway.
yeah, well,
Yeah, and sometimes people want more, but they're not even really good at what they're doing yet, right? Like they still have development work to do there.
yeah.
It's like, listen, if you're half-assing your job, don't talk to me about more. Don't start talking about the next level. How about you just do your work, you know?
Yeah, and if you think you're doing everything right, and even though you're in your mind, I got everything going right, there's nothing wrong with asking for a mentor or ask
Yeah.
for someone to sit
Yep.
there like, hey, you know what? I feel like I'm there, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I need something to bounce off of someone, or let me talk to, let me talk to Brian, who's been here for 25 years, and he seemed to have done pretty well in his career. Doesn't have to be the president of the company or
yeah.
the CEO, but someone who you respect, you look up to, you liked how they moved around in their career, and they could give you some pointers that you may not be looking at. Especially when you're looking to climb that corporate ladder, you really have to take a look internally and to see the dynamics of the family
Yeah.
and how that could change. Because one thing COVID did do is it really made people sit there and say, you know what, my life's important. I got to
Yes,
spend more
yes.
time with family. And
Yep.
people need to
The work-life balance is important.
It is. And
I'm
that's-
glad that's coming back because I know early on in my career, I was made to feel, you know, like once you move from an hourly position to a salary position, I was made to feel
You're married to the company.
Yeah, like if you're not doing 60 hours a week, you're a dick, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, it'd be like a Saturday night, and the boss would call. Where are you at? Oh, I'm at the office, of course, you know, because you felt like an asshole if you weren't there. And it's like, that was so dumb. I worked for free for so much of my career. It's ridiculous.
And they will listen. It's like one of those sayings where you're getting ready to retire, let's just say. And I look back at my life. No one wants to have regrets, but you could look back at your life and you sit there and go, and I've said this to many people, and then very recently too, I go, the only people that will remember you worked all that overtime through your career and all that is you're going to be your family. Yeah. Because they're going to be the ones, though, you know, you make sacrifices to give them that living. And they may not understand that when your kids are young, but when they're older, there will be some resentment and there will be regret with it. That's why I'm very big.
And then you will cry when you watch the movie Click.
Listen, it's all right that I cry to it. It's all right. I mean, because it's true. If you watch that movie, it kind of hits on that you really have to be in the moment now and be there for your kids. As much as you want to work that overtime and you're driving, it's good, you know, to climb that ladder. Just remember, you have a family at home. You don't want to be the dad that's never home.
No, definitely not.
Because then you know who takes over. You know, the milkman delivers more milk that week. The mailman.
What year is this?
Yeah. Well, I'll bring it up to speed. I didn't know the mailman bought mail in the morning and night. You know, like you don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
And it will.
Yeah. Well, look, if you guys want to climb the corporate ladder, make sure that you don't underestimate the power of attitude, because if you're a dick, nobody wants to bring you up. Your boss doesn't want to bring you up. Your boss's boss doesn't want to bring you up. Nobody wants to be around you if you're an asshole, right? Or if you're talking smack about the company all day, you're talking smack about the coworkers all day. That stuff is just toxic, and it's just, there's no place for it anymore, you know? Not if you want to go up.
You're correct. You're 100% correct.
I'm always right, Jim.
Well,
I've been telling you this for years.
But at the same time, I also feel people's pain that sometimes they're upset,
of course,
with the company and they want to talk to you. Just be very careful who you trust. You think that you could trust someone at work and talk to them and you talk about everything that's going on. You don't know who they're talking to.
Yeah.
So if you are going to do that stuff, which a lot of people do, guilty. I'm raising my hand here.
Oh, you're a shit stirrer?
Well, yeah, maybe a little, but not necessarily to that effect. But I do have certain people I will confide in.
Yeah.
And it's not many people.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I will keep it.
No, same.
It's people I trust.
Yeah, same.
You know, and the other thing that I would say is, what makes you is your team. You're not an individual contributor. Some jobs are, don't get me wrong, but when you're managing a team and if you're going to go up, don't forget the people that are sitting there.
Bring them with you.
Yep, bring them with you. They're soldiers in this war, I guess you could say, or whatever, and you know, they're fighting a good fight with you. Don't forget them.
Oh, yeah.
Don't just put them aside. You know, to make sure you bring the people up with you and make sure you give them the recognition before you get it on your own. You know, it's big.
No, I love it. That's good advice there, because it's important to surround yourself with people you trust too. So if you're going up, you're going to need that support system, you know, alongside you to help you get through it, and then, you know, maybe even get to another level, right? You know, that's one of the things I've seen in different parts of my own career is where somebody does a great job at something, you want to make sure you bring them up and promote them, right? Like, that's the sign of a good manager, is when you keep losing people to higher positions, right? And the worst thing in the world is when you see a good employee stuck in a position because they're so good at it that nobody wants to lose them. You know what I mean?
That's not right either.
No,
that
that's
happens
sad.
way too
it's
often
sad.
as well.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's the game or you know, we can't, listen, I don't want to lose this person. I get it, but you can't stifle someone's career because your group is going to be hurting more than it may already is.
Yep. No,
that's
true.
not fair to them. I mean, listen, we're all team players. We're all there to help. But at the same time, if someone's expressing that they want out of a group, or, you know, they've had enough, they've dealt with certain things, they don't want to deal with it anymore, they need a break.
Yeah.
And they've earned that break. They've given 20 solid years of service. And I'm thinking of one person in general right now. And you know, like, they should honor that.
Yeah.
And,
yeah,
you know, they want something new. They want something fresh. You know, there are others, and that's where your bench strength comes in. And that's another thing we could talk about. Besides climbing the corporate ladder, you need a bench strength to do that. You need to set people up like that. And I really believe that taking away pensions have opened that game up completely. No one stays at a company long anymore.
That's true. People hop now. They hop a lot.
They hop because it's like, I think I read something. It was like 30% of the people that hop, they have higher salaries.
Yeah, every time they jump.
Because they're jumping, and they're jumping to go up that ladder.
Yep.
And that's good for you if you're getting that extra salary, and that's great. You're probably getting some bonuses to sign on, and you're making money, and that's a great thing. But as a manager, a hiring manager, I want to see how long you have longevity too. It's great that you jump from company to company, but were you there long enough to weather them through the storm? Yeah,
I don't want to see that you left your job every year. I really don't.
My feelings are that you're not showing longevity. So if I hire you, you're only good for a year here, and then you're going to jump out.
Yeah.
And it's like, well,
it's not worth my effort to train you.
By the time you exactly, and the cost of training in some of the jobs, you're looking at, by the time they're useful, you're like really to where they're pushing out work. It could be anywhere from like $40,000 to $100,000 by the time you train someone fully, get them acclimated to the company, what the goal is. It could be a lot of money invested, and then
it's not worth a year.
Yeah,
definitely not.
It's not worth it. So going back to climbing the corporate ladder, the one thing you shouldn't do, don't be a kiss ass.
Oh God, no! Please,
Really? Oh, hey, how do you like your coffee? Oh, you want 2 creamers
on
with
your
that?
face?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I'm going here. Oh, that's so great. Let's put it in the chat. Oh, you do such a great job. Oh, we love it here. It's like enough.
Yeah.
Enough. We get it.
What's worse, watching a kiss ass to someone else or somebody kissing your ass?
So if you could recognize someone kisses your ass, you know that they're full of shit.
Yes,
and
of course.
Genuine. Yeah. It's not genuine. The other thing is, I almost want to tell them to come up and get some air. I don't know where you end and this person begins because you're so far up their ass.
Yeah.
It's like, I think people have to remember that. And just like you said, you could see it. You could tell.
Yeah.
Now, if I could tell you're kissing my ass,
yeah,
others could tell you're kissing my ass.
You're just making yourself look pathetic.
I don't want you to kiss. I don't want a coffee from you. I don't want certain things.
I mean, I do want the coffee, Jim.
Yeah, no.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with free coffee.
You know
what?
It's a little weird when the company gives you free coffee, Jeremy. That's when it's weird. Oh, you want a coffee? I could get it right there, Brian. I'm good.
Brian.
Yeah, it's like
I love all the made up names. Listen, Mary.
I'm okay, Jill. It's right there. I can get my own creamer, damn it.
Yeah, true.
I mean, that's the worst. And then you watch them, and then it's, I'll do it.
Yeah. I got this one.
I'll take that on. Yeah, no problem. I'll clean that up. It's like, enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
And then there's me. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that one.
Yeah.
Like,
any volunteers?
Any volunteers? You're like, you purposely drop your pen so you have to pick it up, so you're not on camera anymore.
That's when
where'd Jeremy go?
you get up and you hold your stomach a little and you walk out of the room. Yeah. Yeah, because it's not good.
Yeah.
And then when they make those people, that there's a zero amount of respect.
Yeah.
Zero. I mean, there's some people that can say, "Oh no, they've done what they had to do and stuff," but when you can actually see the ass kissing, it's like whatever.
Yeah. There's no reason for that.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous game to play too. You want people to respect you for the work you've done. I want to make it because of the work I did, and it used to count in some ways. In some ways, it doesn't anymore. You have to look at the newer way of things. You have to be able to network with people. You have to be able to sit there and talk with people. You got to be.
You gotta have an online presence.
Yeah, LinkedIn is big right now.
You gotta not post stupid things that are gonna embarrass you and your family.
Yeah.
That are gonna follow you forever. I mean, there's a lot to it.
And that's one thing for the younger kids, younger generation, is you sit there and you listen, companies are looking at that stuff.
First
They're
thing,
going back.
Guys, when your resume passes the sniff test and it gets to the person who's gonna possibly book a interview, the first thing they do is Google you.
Yeah.
They start Googling you.
I see that you dressed up as a member of the KKK.
Yeah. I see that you dressed as a slutty clown for Halloween this year, huh?
Yeah,
Tell me about that.
Wow. 4 years in a row, you did it. You did it.
Yeah, you don't want to post inappropriate content online.
You did great in your interview, But it's weird because we went back and I read a whole blog that you put about you're going to beat this girl's ass when you see her.
Yeah.
But I thought you were very nice. But I saw
Yeah,
this
contradicts
from
the person I met in the interview.
Strange, very odd.
Got to be careful, guys. That's why you got to just do a podcast and never say your last name.
Just be careful out there. It's not about saying the last name. If people do their homework, they could figure it out. It's really just about giving some pointers and just being smart.
Yeah.
You know, and that goes for not just the younger people. That goes for the people that are job hopping right now that think that, all right, I'm in a job. Let me go hop somewhere else,
Yeah,
make a
they think
little
they're
more
invincible.
money. And you know what? Sometimes you get relaxed in your own job and you know the ways of the company and the way they work. You're going to jump to a new job and you think the grass is greener and it's not.
Yeah.
And then you really would appreciate what you have. So
Yeah.
before you make that jump, understand what it will do to you and your sanity and also your family's sanity.
Yeah. Or you're going to hop a couple times thinking that it never ends. But it ends. There comes a point where somebody looks at your history of the last 5 years and see that you've had 4 jobs and you're unhireable at that point.
Yeah.
So be careful. Be careful out there. Well, listen, Jim, I'm having a little bit of chest pain right now, so I think we should probably call this. If I drop dead,
Why don't we stay on? And
No.
if you do drop,
if I
then
drop,
I'll do the
you just
show
got
myself
to
for a
hit this
little while.
button here, and then you got to go to file. You got to go to save. Okay.
Okay,
And then
all right.
the credentials for logging in and posting are here. All right. So just make sure you do it right. Okay. Make me proud. I don't want to have to haunt you.
You know me with the digital stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Be
not going
haunting
to
you.
end up. It's not going to end up good at all,
Jimmy!
Yeah.
You fucked up episode 2. Just haunt you forever.
So we're still finding our ground here
Yeah.
above my pay grade. We really do appreciate the people
Yep.
that have downloaded and liked. And if you could follow, I mean, that's the way it starts for
it.
everyone. We're going to try to keep the podcast to about a half hour. I think that's where
Yeah.
you start to lose people.
Yep.
Just like some of your work meetings when you schedule them for 2 hours.
Yep.
And you sit there and they keep you there for 2.5 hours and you've already want to put a bullet in your head about
Actually,
it. an hour
guys,
into it.
we're at like 32 minutes here. Can you guys go a couple more? Maybe we'll keep you for a couple more. Just a couple.
Yeah. Everyone okay?
Are you good for a couple
does
more?
anybody have a hard stop at 11?
Yes.
that's
Me,
what-
my heart's gonna stop at 11.
Exactly. I don't want to hear it anymore. Please.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Listen, horrible boss stories. We started the show with it this time. We'll do it again next time. Send those in. AboveMyPayGradePodcast.com for all the information. And we'll see you next time.
Take care, everyone. Be well.
Thanks for listening to the Above My Pay Grade podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on Apple Podcasts or wherever you prefer to listen. Above My Pay Grade is produced by Kilohertz Media. Copyright 2024.
All right, Jimmy. Let's talk about Fiverr, huh? I love Fiverr. I've used that a couple times in my past for hiring freelancers. Guys, whether you're launching a startup, revamping your brand, or simply seeking top-tier talent, Fiverr is your one-stop destination with access to a vast network of skilled freelancers. It's never been easier to find the right expert for your project. Now's the time to go to AboveMyPayGradePodcast.com/Fiverr, Fiverr, and sign up for the Pro Plan.
That's right, Jeremy. The Fiverr Pro Plan is designed to take you to the next level. Not that you need to go up any higher, but, it does offer unmatched benefits, including priority access to the top 1% of freelancers and advanced tools tailored to your success. With Fiverr Pro, you'll have the elite support you need to achieve your goals faster and more efficiently. Experience the difference.
Sounds hot.
Yeah, oh yeah. I had just thinking about it. I'm going to call up now. That premium talent and exclusive resources can make if you call them.
That's right. So head on over to AboveMyPayGradePodcast.com/Fiverr. That's Fiverr. That's Fiverr.